what's up? It's your girl, One Fit Coconut, Alexis. And ever since I've been posting shuffle videos, I've gotten so many questions from people asking for me to do a tutorial, and I'm always like, there's so many shuffle videos out there on the internet, like why do I need to make one? But I get it. If you connect with someone or you like their style, and I have a retainer in, by the way, if you hear me talking strange, but if you like the way they are, maybe you just want to learn from them, so I get it. And I was a teacher. I went to school to be a teacher. I think I can be pretty good at teaching, and I think there's a lot of things that people don't mention when they teach shuffling, not like anyone specifically, but I know when I was first learning, there were things that I had to kind of like learn on my own, and that I've learned now. So I'm going to share some of those tips with you before I even get into the teaching part, because it's just really important to understand. I've been shuffling for, I'd say, 4 or 5 years now, and one of the biggest questions I always get from people is, what video did you watch that helped you learn or whatever? But there's not a specific video. Shuffling is so much about muscle memory. The muscles in your calves and your ankles and even your hips, your quads, your hamstrings have to understand how your feet work. So while you can watch a video and it might click for you and be like, oh, that makes sense, your mind can't connect with your feet, it won't matter. So you have to understand that. My first tip for you is that muscle memory is the biggest thing, and the only way to build up your muscle memory and for your calves and your ankles and your hamstrings and your hips and everything to actually be able to do the things that your mind is telling it to do, you have to practice. I would practice for hours in my socks, because it's a lot easier to practice in socks than it is shoes. So that's another tip I have, is to start practicing on like a hardwood floor with socks, not like super slippery socks so you end up falling, but like socks on carpet was one of the best ways that I learned, because it's really easy to move. Your ankles and stuff can move a little bit easier, and then you kind of upgrade to shoes because it'll be harder, and then you'll have to kind of relearn with shoes. Just know that no matter what you learn, you have to try and try and try a million times. Not even try, but just practice over and over again to build up the actual physical strength that you need. When you see shufflers and videos and they're crushing it and they're killing it and they're moving so fast, the only reason they can move fast is because they have that muscle memory. It's not that they like watched one video and it all made sense. Just understand that it's going to take a lot of practice. I would practice for like 2 to 3 hours a day for the first entire year. So just as with anything, stop trying to skip the awkward phase. Most people try to go right into wanting to match their feet to the music, because that's the fun part, right? Being able to match your feet to the music and actually dance to the music. But you can't do that until you've built up the muscle memory in your legs and your feet and everything like that. So everything I teach, I recommend practicing at half the speed. Practice really slow. Don't try to do it to music just yet, because you're not going to be able to. Then you become frustrated and it won't matter. Now I do believe that you have to have some rhythm. You can't match and dance to the beat. It's gonna be a little bit harder for you to shuffle. There's kind of two ways that you can, not two ways, I mean there's millions of ways that you can shuffle. You can either do it to the beat, or you can do it like to the words of the music. Both of them look great, but you have to be able to match that. So if you don't really have a lot of rhythm, you gotta focus on that first before you get into everything. But really, it's just all about practicing a ton. So I'm gonna teach you some of the basic steps. Just a disclaimer, I am not a dance teacher. I have absolutely no background in dance whatsoever. Everything I've learned has been self-taught, just from practicing and watching other people. So if anybody's watching this and you're a dance teacher, or you're really great at shuffling and you have a dancing background, awesome. I totally wish I did. When I watch people who can dance on Instagram, I'm just like drooling, because I absolutely love it. Something else I want to share that really helped me was when I was first practicing, I would really focus on super slow songs. Those songs that you typically don't shuffle to. Most of the songs you shuffle to are house, techno. I mean, you can shuffle to big room. Some of the music that I danced to was like half the beat. So lots of Dylan Francis songs like Moombahton was like the perfect music for me to shuffle to personally. And you can really shuffle to any kind of music, fast or slow. It doesn't have to even be dance music. You can shuffle to country music, because it's just about matching the beat. DJ Snake, Get Low, was one of the best songs that I used to shuffle to. Like I would literally have that song on friggin' repeat and just shuffle to it, because it's slow tempo, and instead of like shuffling, you could kind of do it like that. So instead of going super fast tempo, you could do it slow. So that's one of my recommendations. Oh my god, there's a bunch of creepy dudes over there. We're gonna learn your basic Running Man. It's what you need in order to shuffle. It's super necessary. A lot of people, when they're first learning to shuffle, either do heel up or toe down. I think toe down looks better. I feel like I did a lot of heel stuff when I was first learning because it's a little bit easier, but I feel like it looks smoother when you have heel down in the front, and I'm gonna explain what that is. Because this is the Running Man, right? Like, going like that. You're keeping your feet down. One of the things people do is they kind of just kick their feet, and kicking your feet is not correct. We're gonna start with the left leg back, heel up, and the right toe down. Well, the whole foot's down. So we're gonna bring this right leg back by using the left, kind of like doing a knee workout, but when you pull your knee up, you're gonna slide your foot back. So, and you need to practice this. So again, this is just gonna slide like this, but you're gonna use the momentum of this other leg to do a knee and keep it up in the air to bring this leg back, because you're kind of doing opposite. So, the reason why I'm showing you it over and over again, which most people don't do, is because, or they do it, they're like, okay, I got it, next. And it's like, no, you need to practice that literally for like 30 minutes straight to build up that muscle memory. Stop trying to move to the next move and do the work. If you want to be good at this, you got to do the work. If you try to skip through everything and you're like, okay, I got it, and you try to just like automatically do it and then go to the music, you might get it a little bit, but you're not going to be good at it. So I'm just being honest. I am your honest shuffle teacher here. When some people are just kind of giving it to you, I'm giving it to you straight. So again, start this foot back, this foot down. And you're gonna use this foot to knee drive up and bring this foot back. So you can even do this to practice that feeling. Anything that you can practice over and over and over and over again will totally build the muscle memory. So I know you're probably annoyed, but I'm telling you, pause the video and do that until you fully got it. That's it. That's all you're gonna learn right now. So keep doing that. Next, you have this leg straight, this knee's up. You're gonna do the same exact thing you just did with this leg. So what did we do? We did this once. You're gonna do that again, but you're gonna put this leg down at the same time. So we did this. So now we're gonna do this, and then this is gonna do that same exact motion, but we're gonna put this foot down at the same time. So we did this. So start with this leg straight, and remember, doing the same exact movement, but you're gonna put this foot down. And the other thing is to keep this heel up when you go back. That's another mistake a lot of people make. They go back and they stay flat-footed. You're gonna end up hurting yourself. So start this leg straight, this leg up, and they should land at the same time. Heel up. So it doesn't have to be like this, but to have it up a little bit will help you because you're gonna need to lift it up again. So I want you to practice that again. So you know how we practice this a bunch of times? You're gonna practice this a bunch of times. Right leg straight, left knee up, down. And start over. Do not try to add them together. Don't try to do anything fancy. Practice this. So, start over. Start over. I want you to pause this and practice that for as long as you physically possibly can. Do not try to add them together, just do those separately. That is literally it for shuffling. It's those two moves, you just keep repeating them, but on the opposite leg, so you go back and forth. So, we did this. That was our first move. Second move is that foot back again with the same move, this leg down. And now you're gonna do the same thing we started with, but on the other side. So, this leg's gonna slide back, and this knee's gonna come up. And so again, practice that over and over again. the opposite side, but do it the same amount of time, because one leg's always gonna be stronger than the other. That's just the case with working out. There's always a dominant leg. And second is because just because you practice those movements on one side, you have to teach the other side to be able to do that as well. So then once we're here, same thing. This leg back here is gonna slide back. This knee's gonna go down. And you can keep your toe up if you want. A lot of people tend to. I think it looks better if you keep your foot down, but that's just me. That is the running man. And then after that, you just keep repeating. Start with this leg back, so we're gonna go 1, 2, and then knee up, this foot back, 3, 4. And now, once you've actually practiced, you can repeat that, and then that you should try for 10 minutes straight. So, oh my God, so hot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, I have not added any music at all, because you shouldn't be adding any music. Yes, that's the fun part, but you're not gonna get any better if you're just trying to do it to music. So try that, and then once you've done it for like a good 5 minutes, then you can speed it up a bit. So you're just doing like the count. So if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, now you can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously it looks better when you're going at normal speed to music, but when it's slow, it's a little bit harder. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, I'm sweating my balls off. You can do it to slower tempo songs. You can do it to anything. Like, look, I'll pick a rap song right now.
Thing that she cling, and she's nasty, but she do it. Know you hella saucy, did you do it? Wonder what it cost me. I threw some shoes in, icy on my body, I'm never cruising.
Side note, that is Sriracha by BBNO. I don't even know how to say his name, but it's BBNO $. The slower the song, the easier it goes. But you want to count with the song. You gotta keep up with the tempo. This is another song I used to do it to, so you know you like it, by DJ Snake. DJ Snake has a lot of good songs. Even though they're not house songs, they're good to shuffle to because of the speed. So instead of trying to do it to a really fast house song, I recommend doing it to a song like this. You can actually keep up with the tempo versus trying to keep up with everybody else. Stay in your lane. Don't compare your chapter 1 to everybody else. Do what you can do. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's it. So that is the running man. Next is the T-step, and that is it's really easy, I promise you that. Again, I am not a dance teacher, so good luck to me explaining this. You're gonna start with this knee up, right knee, and it'll help if you turn this foot heel out. So kind of opposite of that way. So instead of this way, you're gonna turn your foot this way. So kind of start a little bow-legged. You're gonna kick out like this. So get that motion in there. And then when you kick out like that, you're gonna turn your foot in at the same time. So you're gonna start here, out, out. Remember, practice that. Set a 5-minute timer and do that over and over and over again. After that, you're going to, so we started this leg in, we kicked out, so our leg's like this. You're gonna bring your foot back in the same way. So we started like this, we got here, you're gonna bring your legs back to the same position that you started with. So, it's kind of hard to do it slow. Again, foot's gonna go that way, knee's gonna be up, you're gonna kick out, toe out, and then this knee is gonna come back in at the same time you're turning your foot back in. So, and you can even practice this too. On your heel, not with your flat foot, so heel. Kick out, foot goes out, turn in, knee comes in. And then you're gonna practice that. So start with your foot out and bring it in. Foot out, bring it in. Foot out, bring it in. And then, again, just like the Running Man, you just repeat that over and over and over again. And then same thing with the other side. We're here, knee up. It's a little bit harder to do it the opposite way, slowly. So, you can practice super slow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll also help to put your weight in the leg that's doing the twisting. So you want to lean into it so you can kind of push off of it. So let's try to add it to music. And I recommend setting a timer and going back and forth, back and forth. You have to learn the muscle memory. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are your basic steps. So what you can do is now add them to each other. One of the biggest things that I think is something you can't necessarily teach is what to do with your hands and your facial expressions and your body movement. You have to come to this confident. Dance will be so much more fun and it'll come across so much more clear. If you look pissed off and you're kind of just like keeping your hands by your side, like tight fists, it's not gonna match. Your upper body is also dancing as well. It's not just your lower body, it's your upper body. If you're kind of wondering what to do when you're shuffling, you don't want to be like this with your hands down. Like snap your fingers, flow. Sometimes what I like to do is match my hand to my feet. So whichever way your feet are going, move your hands that way. You can go like this, you can go like this. Do whatever feels good. Do not feel like you have to do it any specific way. So to mix these two together, you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this way, just do 4 counts each way. So do shuffle, 1, 2, 3, 4, to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, shuffle, 1, 2, 3, 4, to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting in your head really helps. So we're gonna start with this foot coming forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So since this foot's landing, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5. So let's do that again. 1, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. So the up isn't a count, but the 5 is. So you go from shuffling, so you're gonna land on this on 4, and then you're gonna go up, and when your knee comes up, your foot's gonna twist out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. See how that foot went out? Up, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the other way, instead of counting up as 5, can I help you? Sorry, some creepy dude just like stopped to stare at me. So on the other way, it's gonna be the opposite. So we did up 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it again, up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's gonna be up 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a little bit different because on this side it was up 5, and on this side it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, and this is landing. Instead of going 5, it's up 5, 6, 7, 8. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's just show you one more time. So everything has a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. The other move that's pretty simple is this. So you can either, it's basically the Charleston, but it's all these extra moves. It's kind of hard to add them in if you don't really have the Running Man down, but let's teach this anyways. So I want to teach you how to go from the running man right into this. So we're gonna go same as always. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna lean and put your weight on this leg that's in the front, and you're gonna come back with your this right foot and come in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this foot's gonna come around. You're gonna plant with your toe, but you're gonna turn your heel in. So this leg's forward, weight in this foot, bring it up. And when that toe does that, this back leg heel is gonna go in. So you are bringing your feet together, and the heels are both going opposite of each other. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So heels go out. So this heel's kicking this way, this heel's kicking this way. So we're leaning on this foot, and 1. And again, practice that a bunch of times. Weight in this leg, heel off the ground. This heel should be off the ground, and 1. So then you do the same thing, but just bring the other foot forward. 1, heels go out, bring it around, 2. So heels cross, heels go out, bring it around, cross again. Heels cross, they go out, in again, out, in again, out, in again. So you can keep doing that. Let's go this way. Our heels are crossed, but we're gonna go back. So this left heel's that way, this right heel is that way. We're gonna go 1, out, cross, out. So every time before you go back to crossing your heels, they go out, in, out, in. So in, out, in, out, in, out. In, out, out, in, out. So when this foot goes out, this leg goes up. So 1, 2, and then this is gonna come up 3, cross, 4. So this is 4 because this heel's coming up, this foot's going out. So practice that. So 1 cross, 2 up, 3 cross, 4 up. And then just keep going back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's really it. So if you want to practice it to a song, I suggested doing it to You Know You Like It by DJ Snake. It's slow, I'll show you how to do it. We're gonna put all of those together, so we're gonna keep it really simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then while leaning with the weight in this leg, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and you're gonna practice that over and over and over again. It's so simple, it's not a fancy shuffle movement, but it's what you have to practice in order to get good at it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you have it. Again, maybe you might be confused by my teaching. This is why I didn't want to do a tutorial, because I don't know how the hell to teach it. I just learned it, but if you guys have any questions about anything specifically, let me know. I hope that it was helpful. I highly recommend you watch dance people that are really good at teaching this stuff, because I'm not the best. My biggest tips are just practice to a slow song, practice each individual move by itself, like step by step, over and over and over again without trying to put it all together at first, and then you will get good at it. Peace out.